Cooper in Jacksonville. We've got breaking news here to SportsCenter. Jacksonville is trading quarterback Nick Foles to Chicago for the Bears' compensatory fourth-round pick. Sources tell our Adam Schefter. Bears coaches have worked with Foles in the past, know him well, writing sort of on the wall with Gardner Minshew taking over when he went down last year. But again, Nick Foles has been traded to Chicago. We will get Adam Schefter to talk a little bit more about that coming up on the show. For the Bears' compensatory fourth-round pick, sources tell our Adam Schefter. Foles signed a 4-year, $88 million contract with the Jaguars after helping the Eagles win a Super Bowl, was 0-4 in his 4 starts with Jacksonville last season. He was, of course, hurt. Let's bring in Adam Schefter now. I mean, how did this deal come together, Shefty?
Well, the Bears have been in the quarterback market. Everybody knew that they needed to bring in a quarterback to compete with Mitchell Trubisky. And so they go and get a quarterback in Nick Foles, who has worked with that offensive coaching staff. Keep in mind, Matt Nagy, the head coach, worked with Nick Foles in Philadelphia, as did John DeFilippo, as did Bill Lazor. So they know Nick Foles very well. There's familiarity there. And there seems to be a real thread here the last few days of coaches going out and getting quarterbacks that they're familiar with. We see in Indianapolis, they go and get a quarterback that they worked with in San Diego, Phillip Rivers. We see it in Carolina with Joe Brady, the Panthers offensive coordinator, having worked with Teddy Bridgewater in New Orleans. And now we see it in Chicago with Matt Nagy and John DeFilippo and Bill Lazor having worked with Nick Foles in Philadelphia. And with the offseason programs suspended indefinitely due to the coronavirus pandemic, teams are going to have to find ways to get quarterbacks that are up to speed and can hit the ground running. And clearly the Bears believe that Nick Foles not only can do that, but can compete with Mitchell Trubisky. And so the Bears are sending their compensatory fourth-round pick at the back end of the 4th round to Jacksonville for Nick Foles, which had received feelers from other teams. They had spoken to the Colts about Nick Foles before the Colts decided to go with Phillip Rivers. But ultimately, they make a deal with the Chicago Bears, and Nick Foles winds up with another team now in the Midwest, as he once played for St. Louis there.
And certainly a safety net for a Bears team, as Nick Foles, of course, made a name for himself, won a Super Bowl as a backup. So it's great to know that no matter what happens there with Mitch Trubisky, you do have that cushion. Adam Schefter joining us with the breaking news that Nick Foles has been traded from Jacksonville.